Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all appropriate ages, another Monday, another episode of Rocket League, 746 there, and I want to try and get this video out quickly because I want to talk about a few things, and I am also waiting on a repairman to come and fix the isolator valves in my kitchen sink. So, without further ado, let's crack on. Also, quick update before I get into anything in specifics, because I was talking about how I've been ill for a while. Still waiting on my pancreas results, which I hopefully get in November, but they found I am also suffering grade 1, almost grade 2 esophagitis. And yeah, I'm on medication for that, and it's going pretty well so far. But now I've got that out of the way, Game of Standard is about to commence. And I want to talk about UFC 229. Spoilers, for those of you that haven't watched it yet, so if you don't want to hear me, don't watch, because it's going to be spoiler heavy. And 4-0, Jesus Christ, alright. So the pressure's off trying to win. So yeah, UFC 229 overall was a brilliant night of fights. And Derek Lewis is a legendary tank of a man. I think after... No, too high. Ow! I think he said in previous interviews he feels like he needs probably one more fight before he goes in for a title fight, so you know what, give him Stipe. Give him Stipe, have Derek versus Stipe. You know, Stipe needs a fight, coming off his loss to DC. Derek Lewis feels like he needs one more before he can fight for the title. Make that fight. That would be a fucking fun fight to watch. Anthony Pettis versus Tony Ferguson obviously was fight of the night, and it was a brilliant fight, and welcome back Tony Ferguson. I know it was a long time coming because of your knee, and it's great to see that you are back to your winning ways. 11 fight win streak, Jesus Christ. Well, him and Khabib have 11 fight win streaks, and they just scored. Props to Duke Rufus. I know he cares a lot about his fighters, and Anthony and Sergio in particular. Props for not sending him out with a broken hand. You know, I know some people agree, I know it's a mixed bag of agree and disagree with letting fighters go out and determine whether they want to continue or not, but he is one of the few master coaches, and I think he made the right call. Props to you for that. Andy Pettis will be back again with another fight, or maybe he'll have another war with Tony in the future. We may see. That being said, Tony does want to fight Khabib, because Khabib beat Conor, and I wish I'd put money on it. Fourth round submission. Congratulations, Khabib. 27-0, 11 fight win streak. But everyone seems to forget it was a great night of fights and have overshadowed it with what happened after the Khabib fight. So, here's what I know and what I've read into it and what I've heard from interviews. Dana said he heard someone from Conor's corner say something to Khabib, and then Khabib went and jumped over the fence like a bat out of hell and charged at them. And then obviously people from Khabib's corner came in and jumped Conor from behind. which, in all fairness, I have to agree, is a dick move. If you're going to attack someone, attack them from the front. Don't be a pussy and attack anyone from behind. Especially when he's just been beat up. Okay? He's been beat up and he's lost a fight. Don't attack him from behind. Don't be that kind of a coward. 3 people were arrested, but Conor's not pressing charges. Fair play to the man. Still staying humble, showing a lot of respect. And 2 of the people that jumped Conor were apparently fighters in the UFC. I doubt we'll ever see them in the UFC ever again. But I've been having this thought, and this is just my personal opinion. Some people may agree, some people may disagree. Everyone has their right to do so. But you got to think, this entire time, Conor's been getting away with shit, and we don't know his full punishment that he's been getting for the bus incident, okay? We don't know how much he's had to pay out to fighters that have filed complaints or suits against him. We don't know if those other charges that could be felonies were ever going to stick. We have no clue. Well, I don't anyway. Maybe someone can shed some light on that subject for me. But that being said, Conor's been getting away with a lot of shit that other fighters and other people would have never, and I mean never, gotten away with. Like people were saying, imagine if the roles were reversed and that was Ray Borg throwing the dolly and it was Conor that got glass in the eye. How quickly would Ray Borg be out of the UFC? And you know, Conor was saying in press conferences, you know, when I got to the bus I showed Khabib my hands. I wanted him to come. You showed him your hands, but you had your whole fucking group with you, ready to fucking... So it wasn't just... Don't make it sound like it was you acting on your own. What a save. So, I mean, throughout the press conferences he was trying to put it all on Khabib, as it was saying it was his fault. Then he started making it... The press conference... I mean, I like Conor McGregor, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fanboy for one or the other. I like both Khabib and Conor. But when you just abuse your position and what power you have, come on man, there are going to be repercussions like a motherfucker. You know, other than the dolly incident, all the shit that you were saying during the press conferences about Khabib's father, religion, bringing the politics into play, and some of those press conferences, like the first one you did when you're in your pink suit and promoting proper 12 whiskey, which I'm still going to buy and try. I need to do a taste test to see how it stacks up with other Irish whiskies, like Jameson's and Redbreast and... But I'm getting besides the point. Yeah. So, bus incident out of the way. Press conferences, he starts making it way too personal, getting way too dark. For someone that, nice shot, likes to try and remain humble. And does his talking in the cage with his takedowns and his ground and pound and his submissions. But you got to think, there were going to be repercussions. All the shit talking you did, all the shenanigans you've made in the past. I mean, Khabib was still going to be pretty fired up. So I kind of expected Khabib to do or say something after the fight, so I can let him jump in up to... I completely whiffed that. I expected Khabib to do something, but I did not expect his friends or people in his corner or other fighters to jump in and attack Conor. I think that was a bit out of order. Actually, it was way out of order. But that being said, did Khabib know they were gonna go in and jump Conor? Did he genuinely? Because he was already doing something completely different. He was already on his way to have a brawl with the rest of Conor's corner. Did he know that his corner were going to go in out and do that? Honestly, I don't know, and he didn't say much about it in the post-fight press conference. So yeah, Conor was out of line a bit, and I missed that. So you could expect Khabib to still be pretty amped up and angry. But as for the rest of Khabib's corner, that was uncalled for. It really was. And that being said, what's next for the pair of them? I mean, Khabib is still the champion, regardless. So I think Khabib vs Tony does need to happen next. And as for Conor, well, he wanted Anderson after fighting Khabib, but leave Anderson out of the picture for now, Conor. Nice shot. Go and finish your trilogy with Nate Diaz and have it at £165 for the £165 title. You know? Do that. That would sell like a motherfucker. You'd finish your trilogy with Diaz and the possibility of getting another belt. And with that being said, we won. Oh, they would have scored. Oh. $34. Cutlass Limited Topper. Python. Crate. Jesus Christ, I got a lot there. I don't think I have any keys left though. So yeah, that was my take. I also think the UFC themselves kind of caused that kind of shit to happen a little bit, just for the sheer fact. You know, I get that you want to try and sell the fight. I have no keys of any type left. I can't unlock the crate. God damn it. But I think it was in bad taste that they kept using the bus incident at every given opportunity to promote the fight. I get it's a part of the rivalry, but we already know it happened. You don't need to keep bringing it up, and they say stirring the pot. You guys were rocking the fucking cauldron by keep fucking bringing that up. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that was my take on UFC 299. Other than that little incident at the end, it was still a brilliant night of great fights. I got in from work, made myself a coffee, and watched the whole thing and thoroughly enjoyed it. But if you've got your opinions, whether you agree or disagree with what I had to say, feel free to leave that in a comment if you want to, if you actually ever watch this video. Because my Rocket League videos don't do that well, but I'm sticking to them just because I need to play different games every once in a while outside of VR. And I need a swig of coffee right now, actually. So the other thing I want to talk about, because I'm thinking of switching from PlayStation to PC, just because, and I'm going to have to start at the beginning here. 6 weeks now. 6 weeks ago I purchased a VR game. It's a PSVR exclusive and Sony are the publisher of it. The core part of the game is PvP. In all the matches I have played on this certain game, I've played 23 matches, won 15, lost 8, got 17 kills, died 8 times. And why is the AI I'm about to take over an idiot? But the stats say I've won 100, lost minus 100, got 0 kills and died 11 times. So the stats are widely inaccurate. Nice shot, and I'll take the assist. Bilbo Swaggin and the real Boschisi. So the stats are way off to begin with. But also, I have not been able to earn any of the XP or credits that I actually make from said matches. It tells you how much XP and credit you earn. I don't get a single bit of it. I can only earn XP and credits when I play solo, PvE, which I did just for a specific trophy, which you probably have seen on my channel because I did a part 1 and part 2 highlight of it. And so I've been constantly trying to get through to the developers of the game, and all they did was ask for my gamer tag, and they did nothing other than that. They won't respond to any attempt to contact them. Their director of gaming has contacted me and said they were aware of the issue, but they're not going to go into details as to what they're going to do to fix it. And then he would not reply to anything I sent afterwards. So straight away the developers have not provided any help whatsoever. PlayStation, on the other hand, because I've been getting that annoyed, I asked for a refund off the bat. They decided to fast track my case, which they told me day one that they were going to do, and I have just constantly been hearing I'm being fast tracked and I'm being queued to the refund department. For 6 weeks I've been hearing that now. And there is no, god damn it Bilbo, stop attacking me. There is no contact number for the refund department, or at least there isn't one PlayStation are going to give me. Which seems odd that a department that exists should have some contact information. But they have also been they've been riddling me with excuses as to why my case has taken so long. They're saying, oh, it's a very unique case. I've heard over and over again, it's a unique case, which it's not, because I know other people are still suffering the same thing as me. What else have they said? They keep telling me they thank me for my patience, which has worn completely fucking thin. every update that the game has had. They've asked me to try and see if it works out. I have. It doesn't work. I've uninstalled and reinstalled it. It doesn't work. I've played with a wired and wireless connection. Doesn't work. Played it in safe mode. Doesn't work. And I've told them everything I do just to make sure the game is now working, or if it still doesn't work. And they just constantly tell me, oh, your case is quite unique, so we're still waiting for the refund department to get back to you. We can't put you through to the refund department. They've changed my reference number for the case a couple of times, and every time I try and contact them, one excuse they had was they have 5 different cases open for me for the same case with the same reference number, because every time I try and inquire, it allegedly reopens it as a different case, which, no offence, is a serious flaw in your customer support. If it's just one case with one reference number, how can you reopen it 5 different times? And how can that be a valid excuse for delaying my case? And when the game had its last update, I was getting a bit annoyed and started to think they were just delaying the possibility of giving me a refund to see if that update had worked, and it didn't. But now the devs are bringing out another update, and the Sony are still, or should I say Sony or should I just say PlayStation? I'm going to say PlayStation directly. Are still delaying me, and now I'm convinced that they're delaying me for this update to see if that works, so they can avoid giving me a refund for a game that's been broken since day one of me purchasing it, and they have shown me no help. They just keep saying, oh, you're queued, oh, you're fast-tracked. Even their emails now, the last 3 emails I've had from them, have word for word been the exact same email. So they are not even really trying to help me out by email, over the phone, over Twitter. They're not showing any fucking genuine support whatsoever. They're just trying to find ways to avoid giving me a refund for a game that they published. And in all fairness, I've lost all fucking patience. And I am considering moving over, not to Xbox, because they don't do VR and I love VR gaming. I'm considering moving to PC very fucking quickly, because let's face it, some of the PC VR games that PlayStation have, like Brookhaven Experiment, Raw Data, they look better, they run smoother, they play smoother. Even Raw Data has multiplayer. We didn't get multiplayer on the PlayStation version. Archangel, PSVR, we still don't have Archangel Hellfire, which is the multiplayer. Apex Construct, we don't have the Signia Cup on PSVR. So we're getting watered down versions of PlayStation VR, of PC VR games. We do get some good exclusives like Farpoint, I won't deny that. Farpoint's brilliant, I love Farpoint. But this exclusive that is broken and they're refusing to support me with, it's just... And now they're deliberately delaying my case and coming up with different excuses, and now they're just copy and pasting the same response over and over again now. It's just officially pissed me off. The only thing that hasn't got me to move over to PC completely is Warframe. I started playing Warframe back in January 2014, and I started playing it on and off to begin with, but as it's been growing and as they've been adding and adding and adding, it's become a game I play every day. I've put, what, just over 800 hours in. I'm about to hit Mastery Rank 20 if I level up, max up 3 more weapons. Uh, I've got all the prime frames. I've got all the frames actually. I've got about 75% of the prime weapons. I'm missing just one prime sentinel. I've built my own dojo and researched everything myself. I put a lot of time into that game. Done all the quests. Looking forward to Fortuna. And that's the reason why I haven't moved over to PC yet. Because I can't transfer my account from PlayStation to PC. It doesn't seem like it's an availability at the moment. It may be in the future. But with the way PlayStation have been showing me no support whatsoever, I have been really considering just moving straight to PC now and restarting Warframe from the beginning. I'm actually tired of waiting for them to pull their, not their thumb out their ass, but their whole fucking fist. I just have to vent this out because the amount of times I try and contact PlayStation, they show no fucking help, is doing my head in. And I've been playing PlayStation since the old classic giant grey box of a PlayStation 1, or PSX as it used to be called. I've been playing it since that came out on launch day. And the second that they have to give a refund out for a game that they're partly responsible for, they decide to delay support for longer than anything else I've had to get support for. I work in retail and customer support. If I delivered this kind of customer support, my boss would drag me upstairs and say, improve or quit before we fire you. If I was their boss, I would say, improve or I'm going to fire you. Because so far they have been shit. So what do you guys think? Should I move to PC and just restart Warframe over again? Or should I just wait out and see if they allow account transfer from PS4 to PC soon? Because my patience is wearing fucking thin. And with that being said, we won one game, so... But then again, I was more about the talking than I was the playing, as you could tell. And with that being said, I'll see you all later.